Working with layers is important in Krita and pretty much all art software. So today we're going to look a little bit about how these layers work. The defaults that we come up with is a background that we don't really want to do anything with. And then there's one paint layer here. So I'm going to make a mark on this first paint layer in blue. And we'll just call this layer 1. And then to add another layer, I use the plus button down here, and that's going to give me a layer on top of this. Now, only the layer that is highlighted over here, the only one you can mark on or do anything with is the one that's highlighted. I can hide this layer, but if I highlight that one and it's hidden, then we can't do anything on it. If I do anything now, it's going to be on the same layer. So I'm going to go back and highlight this one. And we'll call this layer 2. And we'll get a different color. And so we have layers 1 and 2. And I'm going to put one more layer on here by using the plus. Now I have a third layer on top of those. And I'll just pick another color. Come over here, color. Orange. And I'm going to put a 3 here. So we've got 3 layers, each with a number. How do we manipulate these layers? The first thing we could do, if you want to change the order of how they appear, right now, the first layer is on the bottom. But if we highlight that and use the up arrow, then it's going to be in front of layer 2. And if we press it again, it's going to be in front of layer 3. If we want to see layer 2, which is now at the bottom, covering up layer 3, we press those up and down. So we can manipulate which one we see and which one we don't. We can also obviously turn them on and off by hiding them. Now, if we're working on, let's say, layer 2, and we want to make a change, let's say we want to erase, it's not going to erase anything except layer 2 because that's the one that's highlighted. I'm going to go back and put that in. If we wanted to blend or do anything like that, what we want to do is merge these layers together. So I'm going to start with layer 1 and it's highlighted. I'm going to go to layer and merge with layer below. So now 1 and 2 are on the same layer. So I've got my eraser here. Now it's erasing layers 1 and 2. I'm going to take this merged layer, which was 1 and 2, and now it's a separate one layer, and I'm going to merge that with the layer below that. It's always going to merge with the one that was highlighted. If you want to try merging layers, but you also want to keep your separate layers, you can always copy a layer, copy, and then paste it, and then you'll have 2 versions, one that you can merge and one you could leave the same. So now we could erase all this. We can also use things like blending tools. This is one of my favorite. It's like a palette knife with teeth. So I'm going to blend all these colors together using this. Now, if we had done this before we merged the layers, it wouldn't mix the colors like this. Another blending tool, the Q-tip blending tool, blending those colors together. So there's some general information about how to work with layers in Krita.